started an apprenticeship here at Gatwick Airport in 1984. The apprenticeship scheme gave me a great foundation in engineering and in a really diverse environment. I think apprenticeships are important because they give young people a fantastic foundation into engineering with the opportunity to learn new skills and academic qualifications as well. The advice I'd give to anyone starting an apprenticeship would be to listen and learn, to remain professional and really focused and just grasp the opportunity that they're being provided with.
Hi, I'm Ollie. I'm just going into my third year of my apprenticeship here at Gatwick in electrical engineering. All the time you're developing new skills, working with hundreds of new people and solving many of the day-to-day problems that come your way in engineering. After I finish my apprenticeship, I hope to get a job here at Gatwick as a technician and progress further in my career. I think apprenticeships are important because they give the best of both worlds really. They preserve the future of a company. They give people the opportunity and chance to take a step onto the career ladder.
I'm Glen Mitchell. I'll be the new apprentice at Gatwick. What attracted me to the apprenticeship at Gatwick was a variety of different jobs such as the luggage, the electronics and the shuttle. The key skills I hope to develop on the apprenticeship would be the practical skills such as the electrical that I can take in and out of work. My plans for the future after I complete the apprenticeship would be to get a full-time job here as an engineering technician and be part of a team maintaining a certain station I enjoy.
I served an apprenticeship. It was a 6-year multi-skilled apprenticeship, and that enabled me and set a springboard for my future career. I think it's absolutely tremendous that Gatwick's had an apprenticeship running for 40 years. I think of the 300 that we have had through the apprenticeship over those 40 years, over 30% are still with us. It's particularly important for Gatwick, the apprenticeship that we run. It gives us an opportunity to develop young people through the business, give them the skills they need to become engineers of the future. And also it means they understand our rules, they understand the health and safety procedures, they understand the campus, and they can really hit the ground running when they come out of the time.
Well, for me, I left school when I was 16, so I took up an apprenticeship scheme with Black & Decker as an electrician, fitter. So I went day release to college, and then from that I went on and studied for a degree and a master's degree at university, and it's really been the bedrock of my career. My name's Stuart Wingate. I'm the Chief Executive of Gatwick Airport. Today I've been hosted by our engineering apprentices, which was great, in the motor transport area of the airport. We have lots of vehicles and generators on the airport. So Lucy was just taking me through some of the maintenance that she's been leading on one of our big fire appliances, a very expensive piece of equipment. And Tom's taken me through some of the standby power generator units that we use in the event that we need to put temporary power into the airport facilities. So very interesting for me, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hi, I'm Tom Charman. I'm an electrical engineering apprentice at Gatwick Airport. My current day-to-day role at Gatwick is looking after a range of engineering equipment across the airport. We have vehicles such as a fire engine at MT to baggage equipment in the terminal. So Stuart's been with us today. We've had a generator run, which is a standby generator that we use out on the airfield. It's a quarterly run to ensure that everything's working. We load test it to ensure that the outputs are correct.
Hi, I'm Lucy Weatherall. I'm currently working at Motor Transport Engineering as an apprentice. Really enjoying it here. I'm currently studying at East Surrey College. My apprenticeship will help me in the future because it's already helped me with team building, so hopefully in the future I will carry on doing what I'm doing now.
The reason I decided to do an apprenticeship at Gatwick was due to the wide-ranging, diverse engineering sections available to me. The one piece of advice that I would give other apprentices looking to join Gatwick would be to create a portfolio of prior engineering experience they've gained that they can bring to Gatwick to show that you're keen and interested in engineering.
Well, I think apprenticeship programs are incredibly important at Gatwick, but also just more generally across industry. I think it gives young people an excellent way of getting some vocational training, but also doing academic training as well, and it creates a very strong foundation for them. My advice to young people on apprenticeship schemes is always to try to maximise their own potential. So if they decide that they want to become a technician, that's absolutely fine. But if they decide, like I did, that they want to go on and do graduate training and maybe postgraduate training, that's fine as well. But it's all really about trying to maximise that individual's potential.
So hello Hannah, welcome back.
Hello.
Can you hear us okay here
Yes,
at Learn Live?
you fine. Yeah,
fantastic.
Fine.
Okay, so just before we start, can you just explain a little bit more about your role there at the airport?
Yes,
you get involved in on a sort of day-to-day basis. Thank you.
Yes, so my official role title is I'm the Engineering People Development Lead at Gatwick Airport. So I work within the management team of engineering. In engineering itself, we have 200 members of staff, so I'm responsible for the apprenticeship scheme, their line manager throughout the 4-year scheme, and also looking at learning and development, succession planning, and potential high flyers within the team. So it's quite a busy role, very on hand, very running around all over the airport, seeing everyone, so it's really great fun, so it's good.
And how long have you worked there now?
So I've worked in this current role since May, so I was promoted in May this year. But on the airport itself, I've been here for about 18 months. I used to work for a subcontractor, and then I got a position with Gatwick Airport Direct.
Fantastic. So you must see quite a number of applications into your apprenticeship program.
Yes, I mean, last year we had around 170 applications. This year, well, for next year, 2018, I'm predicting we'll probably hit over 200, as we've been doing a lot of local events. We've got involved with lots of careers fairs, and we've had loads of people interested in the scheme. So we do get a lot of interest. Definitely.
Oh, that's great. That's great news, Anna. Keeping you busy, and we will come on to one of the questions was about experiences. I'm going to expand that question about the sort of things you're looking for on applications so that they're successful. But before we do that, perhaps you could just tell us more about the scheme or program itself and how it works.
Yep, sure. So at the moment, we currently have 15 apprentices who are all at different stages in the 4-year program. There are technician apprenticeships, CAD and asset management apprenticeships. The scheme is a 4-year program which consists of gaining qualifications at a college and both on-site experience at Gatwick. In the first year, the apprentice is at East Surrey College full-time, where they're studying for a BTEC Level 3 in engineering, and they also work on English, maths, functional skills, and employability skills. There's regular contact with us throughout this period, and quite often the apprentices will come in during school holidays, and myself, I pop up regularly to see the apprentices during that first year. When you get to years 2 to 4, the apprentice is full-time at Gatwick Airport, and they work through a number of sections within engineering while studying for the BTEC, NVQ and a H&C on day release. So they work in different placements with technicians and getting great on-site experience in areas such as heating and ventilation, airfield engineering, life safety, out on the baggage systems, controls, electronics and the shuttle. Whilst they're in those sections, they're placed with a shift team and they work across completing both reactive planned maintenance and also looking at project work. So during this time, they gain an understanding of what it is each of these sections do, how it impacts on the day-to-day running of the airport, because for certain areas like baggage, if there is a problem, it can impact on the airlines, which we then get fined for. So the reliability on engineering is huge, so they need to understand that. There's currently 87,000 assets that engineering look after and maintain day to day and 365 days a year. So the apprentices have to understand how this all works, what maintenance has to be done at different times of the year. And then at the end of the 4 years, we offer a full-time technician role to one of those areas I've already mentioned. And the apprenticeship scheme itself is professionally recognised by the IET. So yeah.
Sounds very comprehensive, Anna, and obviously been built up over the last 40 years to get to that stage, which we saw in the video. Huge success rate in keeping people on in the company, which must be very satisfying for you when you take somebody on in that role.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we can see throughout the engineering, as I've mentioned, there's 200 people. From the highest level within the senior leadership team, one of the principal engineers starts as an apprentice. There's project managers, engineering managers, all start as apprentices. So it's quite reassuring when you recruit and when you introduce new apprentices to the business that actually we've got so much potential for you to explore within engineering itself. And also within Gatwick as a whole, I mean, we have apprentices who have gone on to work in project management or have gone over to commercial or development. So the opportunities are endless once you're here.
Fantastic. We're just getting some great shots as well on the airport. We're trying to see if there's any planes landing at the moment. But
I think there's one coming in at the moment.
Yeah, I think we can actually see it coming in there.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's a fantastic shot. So it proves it's live.
Yeah.
So I want actually to tell me what that flight is coming in, but we can clearly see it there coming into land now.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Great. Okay, so thank you for explaining that. I think we're going to also share the website as well, weren't we? So if you could just talk us through maybe where, I don't know if you can see that on your screen now, but where. So if you're a young person or a careers advisor, maybe advising a young person, is this the best place to start for an apprenticeship opportunity?
Yeah. If you go onto the main Gatwick Airport website, there's a careers portal, and in there is a link to engineering apprenticeships where we run through the scheme and how it works, and there will be a link to apply when it opens next year. We're looking at opening recruitment on the 19th of February 2018 for a month for next year's apprentices, so they'll be starting in September 2018. So it also runs through, you know, what we're looking for, the minimum academic requirements we look at, which is a minimum of 4 GCSEs at grade C in English, maths, science, and a technical subject, an interest in engineering, so passionate about building stuff, taking stuff apart, enthusiastic, wants to be in a fast-changing environment, as literally day to day, everything changes here, so it's really good fun.
No, that's right. And there's some good examples. I think there's a video on there as well.
Yeah,
of one
so
of your
that's
engineering
Dan.
apprentices.
Yeah, so he's just finished his apprenticeship actually. So yeah.
Good stuff. So we can actually get on there and watch out. So just remind us again the go live date for the vacancies.
It's the 19th of February 2019.
Okay, so date
2018. Sorry.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So if is there anywhere that people can get an alert, or will it be on your social media pages when it goes live?
Yes, it will be on our social media pages, but also if you go to the main careers page, you can sign up for job alerts. So if you see, if you scroll down slightly, you can on one of these links, if you go and browse Gatwick Careers, you can register and so you put in your email, and then you can filter and say what you're looking for. So if you're looking for apprenticeships, it will then email you when the job goes live.
Oh, that'll be really useful.
Yeah, so it will alert people, when it's live.
So that's on your main careers page.
Yeah, it is,
probably under search, I guess. Well, it'll be on there somewhere, but maybe we could send the link out later.
Yeah,
because
definitely,
it would be useful for young people to be able to sign up for those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. So I'm just going to just go through then, if we may now, whilst we've been chatting, some of the questions that have come in whilst we're still on air. So we've talked about where you advertise your apprenticeship vacancies, so clearly that's on your website. Is there anywhere else that you advertise as well, Hannah?
So we also will be advertising on the National Apprenticeship Service website, and we're also going to be doing some local advertisement in the local area. I'm not too sure of the finer details of that yet, but it obviously will be on our Twitter accounts and our social media accounts as well.
Brilliant. Now, from your experience of seeing lots and lots of applications, and we kind of touched on this earlier, what experiences are you looking for, or what are you looking for in that CV to make it stand out, just to help young people? Because I guess that can be the difference between them being invited to interview or not. So it's quite a crucial piece of work that they have to put together on their CV. So what are you kind of looking for there?
So we're looking for people that have definitely got a passion for engineering. So as I've mentioned already, you know, even things like they've worked on that with their dad, building bits and bobs in the house. They've worked on a car, their bike, they've taken stuff apart. We quite often get students who have rebuilt their own computers and PCs. That kind of skill set demonstrates to us that they're interested in what's behind it, how does everything work, how does it all fit together. We also look for people that do a lot of team building activities, teamwork. So whether it's volunteering, we quite often get apprentices who are in the cadets or have done Duke of Edinburgh, all that kind of stuff, which demonstrates to us the behaviours which we look for within Gatwick. And yeah, as I just say, overall it's just a passion for engineering, and that's what we're looking for.
I guess the key thing, and this is another question that came up, is about mentoring or working as part of that team. Is that a really important part, making them feel part of the team, but giving them the responsibility of someone in that position as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have myself as their line manager, but obviously day to day they'll be in different teams across the airport. So they have engineering managers who are looking after them day to day, and they also are assigned a mentor who traditionally is someone who has completed the apprenticeship scheme at Gatwick, and they would have regular catch-ups with them about their college work, how they're getting on at Gatwick, and they're sort of, as they've been through it themselves, are able to sort of say, well, why haven't you thought about this, or go and speak to this person, they may be able to advise you. We also get the apprentices involved in activities such as the Big Bang Fair in Ardingly, and we also send them on trips with the Outward Bound every year, so that they go away for a week, they do lots of team building activities, and it's all about giving them the confidence and the skills to lead the way forward. And quite often in engineering, they're seen as role models, really. We get such great feedback about the apprentices. They do a lot of volunteering, they help with local schools and work experience students. So there's a real wide range of skills and developments that we give them throughout their time.
Yeah, and I know we've got a comment about the planes coming in, and they're loving watching the planes coming in this morning. Just one of the questions as well was about working outside versus working inside. How many of the jobs you've got there? Because some people might like to work outside. So what sort of roles would you need to work outside for, Hannah?
So airfield engineering, definitely. You'll be out in the airfield all the time. We also have a department called Estates and Utilities, so they look after all of the streams and the ponds around the airport. As I don't know if many people are aware, but we're actually built on a floodplain, so making sure the runway doesn't flood is a high priority for us. So those sort of roles are outside predominantly most of the time. Roles sort of in baggage and electronics are inside. And then we also have the shuttle, which connects between North and South Terminal, and every Tuesday they do track maintenance on that, so they're actually outside on the track making sure it's running at all times. So there is a variety of outside and inside as well.
I feel like we've just scratched the surface this morning, but obviously there's more information on your website. But thank you for the insights this morning into what's going on, and also thank you so much for the great shots of the planes coming into land as well. I think next time we should get your cameraman to stand on the runway itself. Would that be possible?
Yeah, you can do.
As they go over their heads, because that would be amazing.
That would be good, yes.
So, just in summary, then, Hannah, with the recruitment that's going to start in February for you. Just some last minute advice to any young people applying to work at the airport. What would you say to them this morning?
I would just say show your passion for engineering, show how much you want to work at Gatwick Airport, do some research, find out about what Gatwick Airport is about, and all the areas we work across that I've mentioned, and how it's the single busiest runway in the world. Demonstrate to us what you want to do in your apprenticeship, how you want to progress your career, and what we look for is enthusiasm, dedication, confidence, and just a desire and passion for engineering. So good luck.
And like you said there as well, do your research. It's so important.
Yeah.
Prepare. There's plenty of information about Gatwick on your website.
There is.
And you like that interview, don't you, when people talk about what they know about you?
Yeah. I mean, one of the questions for the first stage of the application will be, why do you want to work at Gatwick Airport? So we are looking for people that just, that are passionate about getting it here.
Fantastic. Well, listen, it's been great to meet you this morning. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for your time, and thank you for the insights and helping people understand the process a bit more there. Just for schools, we will be sending out a recording of this as well, so you can watch it back with your young people. And hopefully, Hannah, we can have you again. I mean, we're going to have you on again maybe in February when your apprenticeship vacancies go live as part of the Apprenticeships live broadcast with the Department of Education, which should be really, really exciting. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Just before you go, just a reminder that the next broadcast is on the 13th of December from Gatwick. where we'll be coming live and meeting the Chief Operations Officer, Chris Woodruff. So that should be a really interesting one. I'm sure Chris is going to have lots of things to say in his time at the airport. I think he's been there quite a long time, hasn't he, Hannah?
He has, yes. He's worked his way around. So yeah, he's really good.
I'm not sure if he started as an apprentice himself, but I know he started.
He didn't,
no, but I know there is people in senior management who did. So
yeah, I mean, our CEO, Stuart Wingate, was an apprentice, and then the head of engineering was an apprentice as well. So
it is possible, isn't it?
Yeah,
it shows you the possibilities.
Anything's possible here.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for your time, and thank you also for the shots of the runway this morning. Fantastic. And we'll hopefully see you again soon. Thank you,
definitely.
Hannah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.